My people, I dey throway salute to how una dey. Me sef I dey fine, and I hope say una too una dey fine. For any side where any man dey, I hope say all man dey fine. Don't come back. I be throway some talk last week about mental illness, where we would call am for pidgin say sick wey dey worry man for head. I want them more talk about that sick them for head, where they worry man for head, or mental illness or mental disorder, as they call them for grammar. I want them more talk about that sick them small, so that me all man understand small, get small understanding of where to be that mental illness or sick that they worry people for head. As una don't see, when I want talk something way, I really want to make my people then understand. I want to say make all man, whether it be one mommy them for village, or one papa them for village, or one brother them and sister them, for any side where them dey, make them understand at the broken for pidgin. Yes, the one where I want them, the one that the target na only my own people, and they talk am for simple English, so that all man go fit understand am. But the one way I really want me and my people, them understand am, I dey talk am for pidgin. The reason I say me all man understand, so that if my hear am, he get question, he no go fear for asking question. So if you hear am, you get any question, may you ask your question. I no get all the answer them. I no get big book for head like that. But I know plenty people the way they get big book for head where they go fit answer that question them. Where if you ask your question where I no get the answer, I go meet up person where get big book for head and ask see the question. He go answer them. Sometimes I go fit bring them, may they come answer your question. This one particularly for the people where they send me private message. Say yes, keep for send your private message. If I not get answer, I go find you answer. And I thank you because it means that this small talk will the talk and so it means something for some person. Even if not only one person, it go help them. I'm glad plenty. So at the end of today, now two things that I want to make we really remember. If we only remember that two things, that mean say we don't learn plenty things for today. So number one, I say wait. Number one, I say I really want them to understand where to be sick for head. When they talk say some person in head no balance, or they talk say some person in not the door shake, or they not tight fine. I want them to understand waiting. And because when we don't understand waiting be that mental illness or that sick them for head, we're not going to call them that kind name the way go make person we get that sick if he bad or if he some way, and then he no go for hospital for go talk say na problem that. Some that name them I understand so they call and so now because we no really know what to be this mental illness them or these mental disorders. And then some other time now just jackery. And some jackery then this way the key people. So that we go when we don't understand and fine, we will not say some jackery they so enough fine, make we throw them. Or some name the way they call some sick them. Now bad name the way they make people the way they get that sick, they die where they not rich because they shame, they feel bad because of the way we don't they call that kind sick them. So now number one thing that's make we really know where to be this sick them for head or mental illness or mental disorder as they call them for grammar. Number two thing now say I want them to understand say this when person gets the sick for a head or he get mental illness, make we know say na sick like any other sick like malaria, sick like typhoid, sick like hypertension or diabetes, or even a heart attack. So the same way would they take the other sick them seriously, now so too we supposed to take sick for head seriously. Not be some mystery. So sick for head, na real sick, like sick way it dey worry other part for body. If they move your brain for inside your head, your body not go feel work fine. Your body not go even work at all because your body need your brain. Now the same way your brain, it need your body. So when we only talk about sick the way that they worry body, sick the way that they worry body, we need to talk about sick the way that they worry inside your brain, inside your head. It means say we don't take the thing, we don't talk the thing, we live halfway. So now the two things then that I want them. If you don't remember you anything, remember these two things, them I go glad me plenty. Number one, say make we know wetin be exactly sick for head. And number two, now say when person gets sick for your head, or when person they get that sick where they call and say mental illness, na normal sick like any other sick. So we get to treat the person the same way we will treat person we get high blood pressure or hypertension. So I don't say the way I really want to explain, the simplest way I feel explain way to be sick for head or mental illness or mental disorder now for comparing with the other sick them. So when we talk say, oh, some person get disease, you know that what say disease now two word them now this means say something we know in short it not define, it not define something where they worry your body. And then ease, it means say, you see, in short, you know they you free, you know you feel free. Now thing that now so that they call sick. Now the same thing for mental illness or mental disorder. Now another this way means say something not they fine, you know, balance inside your head. Say something not balance inside head. So now why that was say the same way we will look person we get hypertension because it get disease. Now the same way we will look person we get mental disorder because it get disorder. Order not the inside your head fine. So now real sick too. So the same way we sick the way that the worry body get named them like high blood pressure, like malaria, like typhoid, like pneumonia. Now the same way we sick them for head. They get their own name then too. So when we just say other person decrease, it's not correct because different sick than the way they worry person for head. You go hear about some person they will say he get depression. Some person they go say he get schizophrenia. Some person they go talk say he get post-traumatic stress disorder. Someone they will talk say he get anxiety and so on. People then get different sick the way they worry them too for head, the same as different sick that the worry person for body. And the same way when person is sick, he go hospital. They say he something the worry body get fever, he go hospital. They go do tests them for know exactly which sick the worry. Now the same way if person they get a mental problem when I head inside your head, the worry where it thinking that the balance. If he go to for hospital, different test then the way they go do for know which kind sick exactly the worry. Because you know like fever, when person get fever, if you be say get typhoid, if you be say get malaria, if you be say get pneumonia. Now the same thing way if person is start the confused or he talk the way they not balance, he get to go hospital. Me they do that examination then see say now wait till the worry the person get na depression, or the person get na schizophrenia, or this person get na bipolar disease, or the person get na a post-traumatic stress. All that one they get their name them. You don't need for know you the name, you just need for go for health professional, make they examine you fine, then they know which kind sick they really worry you. Because when they don't know which kind sick they really worry you, not only that time they fit treat them. If you go hospital with malaria, they only give you a pneumonia treatment. Malaria go kill you. Now the same way if you get na depression, you should on you, or you go They only tell you, say, oh, boil the one, drink them, or boil that one, drink them, or do this one. You not ever go me there, give you medicine for depression, or give you therapy, or different thing the way that they do for treat the depression. Now, so the depression go day for days, so tell 1 year say some person, it don't kill himself, or it don't wait. Now, depression, we don't go on for so long, we in the get treatment. So, nothing that way I really want to move. No. Say mental illness or mental disorder or sick the way that they worry people for head, where people their head not balance or inside. Now the same like physical sickness where they go hospital, then diagnose you. And you know, if person not the think fine, if person in mind not they settle, in the fit maintain relationship with other people. When you want to talk your own talk, you go talk now with some way where people they not go understand what did happen. Now think that way they happen for mental illness. Now think that one person the head not balance for inside, it means say the normal process where they happen for person the head where the fit think fine. You feel put 1 + 1. You don't say, okay, if I do this thing, people go vex, people not go like for come for my corner, or if I do the one, I go hurt this person. But person where he get mental illness, he thinking not correct because the chemical, the way that they inside money brain, the way that they work, some balance. It don't make a way not balance fine, and because it not balance fine, that person need to think like how it be the think normally. So you go see, go start to talk some kind way. You talk sometimes go talk if it talk not make sense, and then sometimes if it goes the see thing then way they no day when no man no other person need to see them. Sometimes go the hear voice then when no other person need to hear them. Sometimes it could even the feel thing there for your body when no other person need to feel them. And it be very difficult for that people them because na reality for them, na thing where they experience them because chemical for their brain in no balance. So they need for go me they check them, see which chemical what it don't happen, and if that chemical no balance, how what they fit do for balance that chemical. So that the person, he go start to think straight again. So that he go fit start to reason again fine. So it be very important. Say, make we will begin understand as you deal with your brother, with your neighbor, with your cousin, with your papa, with your mommy, with pikin, with any person for the place where you dey. If you notice that the person they struggle, or you notice that the way the person don't start to talk, it need to make sense. Nothing for pay attention. Nothing for take that person go consult. Not be think for the talk say, hey, he not they don't shake, oh, he had no balance again, oh. Now that thing where the social talk say person is not they don't shake, they're not tight fine, or either colo. All that talk them na very bad talk. They make people the way they get that kind of problem them. It make them they need the fee go consult. So it really finds a move begin the pay attention because especially we see say people then they way sometimes as they get older they start to talk. Their talk need to make sense, or they don't start to forget people their name them, or they forget places them, or forgetting them. Now, another part of mental illness that if you been a dementia, we mean say they need to remember them thing that they forget all things. It is bad for some people that so that they even forget for chop. They don't know again how they chew, chop, swallow them. Or they not even remember how they go piss or they go toilet. Where they go now for inside their clothes and they clean them. So all these things they be important. Say make we take them seriously, and maybe we not begin to tell people then say that they colo, they don't shake, or they not balance, or they decrease. Because when person this get hypertension, you know you go tell you say, oh, you not balance. you need to make the person feel bad. Instead, when you go, you just say, hey, if I say me, you go consult or me, they give you medicine. Now, the same way, if you notice and say some person don't dey forgetting them, or it talk need the balance again, it need to make sense. Or like depression, you go see person will be like for enjoy life. You see, it just wake up, it only keep to himself, it be sad all the time, and sometimes you pattern for sleep self, it don't just dey some kind go, sometimes they oversleep, or sometimes they sleepy again. Plenty thing then they not be, I need to talk to me, you go tell some person say you get depression. No, not just general information. So you find say make we really begin pay attention for this thing them. Make we help each other. Make we really help each other for make sure say we take care of our mental health. Because the only way where you go function fine, where you go to do your thing then normally. Now, if your head is cool for inside, you fit think straight, you fit take your decision, then do your things and the way where you suppose for the do am. So make we really try for not to call people them bad name when they struggle, when they not fit the think straight. Make we really try for make sure say we not to give them reason for not go seek help. I be just one, we will start with this one. We will continue this story about mental illness. I hope say this talk go help we, so that we go help each other. Any man go be a brother, a keeper. Any man go be a sister, a keeper. So that we go support each other for make sure say our mental health it dey correct, it dey fine. Of the one way it don't they go down, we go fit support that person, make it get the help we need them, so that a mental health could be stabilized again. Una take care. Happy New Week. Bye bye.